Great. Thank you, Michael. So my name is Dyer. I'm the program manager for the city of Cambridge. I'm also a private consultant. I work with Wireless Harlem and a couple of other constituencies, as well as with some of the private equity industry doing financial analysis for them, particularly in broadband networks. Basically what I'm going to... Don't look too closely at that. It's coming up later. So, well, you think you want this, right? You think you want Muni Wireless. Well, you got to do a lot of things before you even get to the point of engaging somebody like Michael or even potentially like Tony or Ken. You've got to start thinking about what does your community really need. As a government, you're responsible for meeting the needs of your community. You have to define those, you have to figure out what's there, and then you have to understand what you have to meet that and get through the process. So first you might want to think about a SWOT analysis. This is a little tough for us government officials, but it's basically think about what your strengths are. A metro access network, reducing the cost of broadband, increasing competition, creating a flexible use network that is IP-based so you can put whatever you want on it. That's a big one. What are the weaknesses? Well, we don't really know much yet. There's a few best practices. We've only been around doing this for 3 or 4 years. It's pretty politically charged. If you've watched things like San Francisco and Philadelphia, it can get pretty dicey. And we have pretty rapidly evolving technology. I think we're on about 4th generation now in 4 years. What's the opportunity? Well, digital inclusion, economic development, our public safety. My car, I was late today because my car was broken into this morning. Well, if that's not a case for public safety, municipal wireless, I don't know what is. The threat, WiMAX, FiOS, we got regulatory changes, financial loss. These are all things that we've seen real right now. A story from Western Mass is that a Verizon executive retired out there, and all of a sudden they dropped the DSLAM in, and half of the population that was unserved became served. Well, the folks that were building a WISP out there all of a sudden lost their concentrated population that was going to form the basis and the anchor tendency of their business. Our regulatory changes. Well, what's happening with net neutrality? What in Congress? What's happening at your state level? Philadelphia got grandfathered into a legislation that said that they couldn't, no other city in the state of Pennsylvania can actually produce this. What's Massachusetts doing? What's New Hampshire doing? What's Vermont, Maine? What are our other, Rhode Island, what are our other states in New England doing? And then there's the risk of financial loss. Frontier Broadband basically went into bankruptcy, and Granbury, Texas bought the network for $300,000. We still don't know all of these things. The models are, while they look good on spreadsheets, they don't necessarily work in reality. Taipei is another example. They're significantly down. I think they have about 20% of what they expected in the number of people that they were going to have there. Earthlink posted a $30 million Q1 loss. We're at the point where we're starting to see some of the first throws and the people with the arrows in the back right now. The bleeding edge, as we like to say at MIT. So what do you have? Well, let's build a balance sheet. Your assets. Do you have a fiber network? In Cambridge, we have 54 buildings that are all on a fiber network, and we're in the process of peering with Harvard and MIT. So we have 5 square miles completely covered by fiber. Anywhere we want it, we have it. What buildings do you have? Light poles. Do you own them? In Cambridge, we bought them from NSTAR because they couldn't keep them up. It was a $4 million charge to us, and we're realizing now that it was a great purchase for a lot more reasons than we thought at the time. But who owns them? What are their pole attachment rights if the power company owns them, if Verizon owns them? And then you got to think behind that, what are the power issues? What are you going to pay for power? We have some great stories from some of our presenters about different issues that come up with that. And I think you'll hear from some of the other